Well, hello, my yarny friends. It's another Wednesday's Whips. I am Grandma Katie, and this is Grandma Katie's Crochets and Knits. Sometimes I quilt and all that, but that's another channel. So this week's whip is I am working on a Jacob's ladder. See all the pretty bright colors? This is all the bright colors are Big Twist value yarn. I have, as you can see, this is Big Twist. What is the name of this color again? This is Coral. And the blue is Cyan, Varsity Yellow, and green. It's a bright green. Let me see. What is the exact color of this? Oh, did I lose the... Nope, there it is. It is Green Gecko. That's what it is. So if you go to Michael's, they probably won't be the exact same names, but there is the green. There is the blue. And there is the yellow. And there is the coral. It's kind of an orangish, orange. It's a dark orangey peach. Anyway, I thought those would be really nice colors to do this with. I am working on 2 Afghans for what's called the Boggy Creek blankets, Boggy blankets. So anyway, and what gave me the idea to do a Jacob's ladder is that last summer, I apologize for that. Anyway, so last summer, I think it was. Anyway, I was on Facebook Marketplace and I found somebody was selling yarn. And in the yarn was this red heart black fleck. And it's got yellows and reds and blues and greens. And I think there's some tan and stuff in there. Anyway, there's all kinds of pretty colors in the fleck. So, and I got 2 skeins of it. So I wanted to do so I knew I wanted to do something with stripes. So I knew I either wanted to do the Trail of Tears or the Jacob's Ladder. So, and I had started the Jacob's Ladder pretty soon after I got the black yarn. I went and found the brighter color yarn to go with it. And at first I was gonna do the Trail of Tears, and I thought, no, I want to do something different than that. So I decided on the Jacob's Ladder. So I thought I was gonna do the traditional one where you do the 10-10. And that's what it was called before. It's called the 10-10, where you do 10 single crochets and then chain 10, and then 10 single crochets and then chain 10. And So at any rate, when I was watching some YouTube videos, I came across the Jacob's Ladder pattern by Donna Wolf. And her channel is called Naztazia. I will put that link in the description if you want to go see the way she does her pattern, and that's how I do this pattern. I like the pattern. I like the way she does it. It's much easier and it flows. It crochets up better. I like the way it does. And so I took that pattern and I've been doing that, and it goes much quicker and I like it better. So I chose to do the Jacob's Ladder pattern for this. So this is the first blanket I'm doing for Boggy Creek. So if you want to know what Boggy Creek is a camp for children who cannot go to, for children with disabilities who otherwise cannot go to regular camps, children's camps, because they have illnesses and physical disabilities and things that prevent them from going to otherwise summer camps and doing activities that children normally do. So the Camp Boggy Creek is in Florida, and so every year for Camp Boggy Creek, they request that wow, I am having such a hard time with this video today, and I don't know why. So anyway, every year there is a group of people on YouTube. There's Nina's Knots. Her name is Lynann. And the other one is her YouTube channel is called She's Got Yarn Too, and her name is Nancy. And both of those ladies live in Florida, and they collect Afghans for the Boggy Creek camp. They're called the Boggy Creek Brigade, Blanket Brigade. Boggy Creek Blanket Brigade. So every year their followers knit and or crochet blankets and send to them every year. Last year they collected over 3,000 blankets. They collect blankets between August and January. So starting today, between today and January, the end of January next year, they will be collecting knitted and crocheted blankets. And I will share the address for you in the description of where you can send any knitted and or crocheted blankets. There is also a size requirement. There's also a size requirement. I will put that at the bottom of the screen for you, and I will put that in the description. The size requirement is 30 to 40 inches wide by 40 to 50 inches long. Or you can do a 40 by 40 square. So that's the size requirement. I will put that in the description and let you know that. So if you want to be involved in that, that is fine. Please set that, and that's where you can send your blankets and let them know that you heard about the Boggy Creek Blanket Brigade, and that you are sending blankets. And when you send your blankets, please include the name of the pattern, what hook size you used, and what types of yarn you used. So like on this one, I would say it's a Jacob's Ladder. I'm using a size I hook, and I'm using Red Heart Black Fleck, and the rest is Big Twist, and I would name the colors. And that's all I have. That's all I would have to put. So usually because when they receive the blankets, they do a live showing on Wednesday evenings, and when people join in the live showing, people always ask, well, what size hook did you use, and what kind of yarn are you using, and what's the name of the pattern, and all that type of thing. And people are constantly asking questions about it. So if you attach a little card to each blanket with that information already on there, then the person opening the packages with the blankets can read that information, so everyone has that information already there. So so it's like everybody is sharing crochet and knitting patterns. So anyway, so that's that information. And then so this is the first whip, and I started this back in January. And I'm the kind of person, when I get yarn and stuff like that, I mean, sometimes I get yarn or something for a project. I don't like it when it's just kind of sitting around. I've had some yarn, see on that shelf, I've had that some of that yarn sitting there for a while. I'm anxious to get this done so I can do my next project, because I want to see what some of that yarn is going to look like for some of the projects I have in mind for it. I can't wait to bust into some of that, because it's like, okay, I've got this yarn and it's really pretty, and I want to see what it's going to look like for the project I have in mind. So yeah, there's that. So anyway, this is the first whip I've got going for this week. It's gonna take me several more days to get this finished up, and I didn't have enough of this black fleck. Okay, so I had 2 skeins of this. I had 2 skeins of this. I've already used the first skein, and it's gone. I'm into the second skein. I don't know that I'm gonna have enough of that to completely finish out the blanket for the whole thing. So there's going to be like 3 sections to the blanket. So the first section is, okay, if you see, it goes orange, blue, yellow, green, orange, blue, yellow, green, and then I'm doing another orange, blue, yellow, green. So then when I get to the orange, blue, yellow, green, then I will put another 2 rows of black. Okay, so when I get this next little section of the orange, blue, yellow, and green done, then the next section, what I'm going to do, instead of doing the black fleck, I wanted, and I went online to see if anyone else sold the black fleck. Supposedly Hobby Lobby had some. I went to my Hobby Lobby yesterday. They did not have any black fleck. They had navy blue, they had a deep purple, they had white with pretty colors in it. They had this ivory with tweed, which is, it's called ivory tweed, so it's ivory with dark flecks. So this is what I'm going to put for the middle section, okay? And I'm just going to do this as a solid. I'm not going to break this up with anything. This is going to be the middle section because I want this blanket 50 inches long. So this is going to be my middle section. And then the top section is going to be orange, blue, yellow, green, orange, blue, yellow, green, orange, blue, yellow, green stripes with the black again. So anyway, the other store that's supposed to carry the black fleck yarn is Michael's. They are supposed to have it in the loops and threads. They're supposed to have it in their loops and threads section. I may go tomorrow and see if they have it. I hope they do. I really hope they do. I don't know. I was really hoping Hobby Lobby would have it yesterday because that's why I went to Hobby Lobby, and I ended up not finding it. Not in the black anyway. They had it in the navy blue and everything else, but not in the black. So I was pretty disappointed about that. So, but anyway, that's all right. I just figured I would get the ivory fleck and take a creative detour with it. That's what I'm just going to call it, a creative detour, and be okay with it. And hopefully I will have enough of my black yarn to finish out the rest of this Afghan. Okay, so, and then I have 2 other whips that I will be working on. So, I can introduce them to you. I will briefly show them to you, but I don't want to. So, or at least one. So once I finish with the Jacob's Ladder, I have a bunch more whips, but I think the next whip that I want to work on is this. This is Lion brand homespun yarn, and a lot of people don't care for this yarn, but I love it because it's soft and it's squishy, and when you make an Afghan out of this, this feels so good. I always want a blanket out of Lion brand homespun, and I love crocheting with this stuff. It is so soft and cuddly. So I'm working on a corner to corner, and I have 2 skeins of this. It's a deep green. I don't even know what the name of this color is because I purchased it in the Facebook Marketplace the same time I purchased this black yarn, and it does not have a ball wrapper on it. It doesn't have a wrapper on the skein, so I don't know the name of the color. I apologize for that. But at any rate, it's got all of these deep greens and a little bit of, and some kind of a lighter green, but then it's got these deep burgundies and stuff in it too. So I don't know if you can see, oh, right there, see that deep burgundy color? And it's really, really pretty. So what I want, and then there's this lighter color. See that lighter color, those light shades in there. So what I want to do is find another Lion brand homespun, one or two skeins of a really pretty light color, and I think I found some online today. I can either order it from Amazon or I can pick it up at Michael's. So I probably ought to go to Michael's tomorrow and see if they have it. Hopefully they do. Because it said I could order it and pick it up in the store, which means they should have it. So at any rate, I'm going to go and see if I can pick up that lighter color yarn, and then I can finish this, because a corner to corner, I can do this, I can do a corner to corner like in a couple of days, and especially like a 40 by 40 or a 30 by 50 or something. That works up so quickly. I can just do that in a few days. That's not a big deal. I love doing corner to corner. Once I learned how to do it, it was like snap, snap, no big deal. So anyway, these are the two I'm working on currently. I've been working on the Jacob's Ladder this week, on and off between other things I've had to do. Been kind of busy this week. I worked at the clothing exchange for our school district. We've had clothing exchange this week. I worked a couple of days there. I worked at my church yesterday. I had things there to do. So anyway, at any rate, it's been a good week, and now, and it's been really hot too, by the way. And so today now we have thunderstorms. Woohoo! So hopefully the thunderstorms will be bringing some cooler weather, a little bit of cooler weather, which would be nice. I would really like that if we had cooler weather. Anyway, that's what I'm doing this week. I'm still working on my knitted baby blankets, on and off, doing a couple of rows here, a couple of rows there. I'm working on those slower. Those are my slow projects that, you know. Anyway, I'll show you progress once in a while as I work on them. The tub, the green tub up top, still has whips in that. I will show you those as I make progress. Anything else? Nothing else for now. Oh, I am knitting. I have let me show you this. This is kind of fun too. Let me see if I can do this without dropping everything, dumping everything on the floor. I did it. Yay. Okay, so I like to make cotton dishcloths, okay? And so when the cones are on sale at Walmart, I purchase them, and this is peaches and cream. And so this was on sale for $7. Usually they're about $15, but this was on sale for $7. It was on clearance at Walmart two or 3 weeks ago. So I purchased this at Walmart. And on the label was a pattern. Let's see, can I find the pattern? The pattern is called Feather and Fan Knit. So there it is. So it's a dishcloth. It tells you what size needles to use, and it gives you the exact pattern. It's a very, very easy pattern. It's like a 3-row repeat, and you just repeat those 3 rows over and over and over again until you get it to the length that it says. Okay, so you cast on 58 stitches, and then you knit 1, 2, 3 rows, and then once you get done with the 3-row pattern, then you knit the 4th row. Oh, you knit the 4th row, you knit, 3rd row knit, and then row 4, 5, and 6 is the same as row 1, 2, and 3. So you go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. That's your first little section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you repeat those 6 rows 9 times. Once you've repeated those 6 rows 9 times, then you cast off knitwise, and you have your dishcloth. So it's going to be pretty good sized dishcloth. So here is my 58 stitches. I have done this repeat 3 times now. There that is, 3 times. I have 6 more repeats to do on that to finish it. So you can see how that's going to be a pretty good sized dishcloth. That's gonna be pretty good size. But it's gonna be really nice once I get done with it. And it took me a few hours just to get that much done. So you can tell it's gonna take a while to do that. And I get kind of tired, and I have to count, and I have to remember which row I'm on. And I have to look at the pattern to say, okay, now which row am I on? Which pattern am I doing for which row? And all that kind of stuff. So it takes some concentration to do it's called the Feather and Fan Knit. So it's kind of interesting, but it's fun too at the same time. So there it is. There's that. So I'm kind of working on that too. And I'm doing it just out of curiosity to see if I like it. You could probably do a whole blanket out of it. You know, if you doubled the stitching from 58 to 116, you'd have that twice as long as it is. Let's see, how long is this? How wide is this as it is? Let me see. Get my tape measure here. So as it is, it's 20 inches long. So it would be 40 inches wide if I doubled my cast on to 116, because that's 50. You just knit it to however many repeats you want. So anyway, the Feather and Fan, I kind of like this pattern. It's kind of a neat pattern. I actually like it. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm working on right now. So there is the Jacob's Ladder, and the corner to corner, and the Feather and Fan. So anyway, If there are any of these patterns that you want me to do a tutorial on, or I can do tutorials on beginning crochet, or if there's a pattern that you want a tutorial on, leave it in the comments. Please leave your questions or anything in the comments and let me know. I can do tutorials. If you would like a tutorial on any of these, the corner to corner or the Jacob's ladder, let me know. I can do a tutorial on it. I'm also going to leave the link to the Naztazia channel if you would like to see the way she does it. She does it very easy. She goes pretty slow and she is very easy to follow. So if you would like to follow her in doing that, I can leave you the link for that. I'm going to, once again, I'm going to leave the link and the information for the Boggy Creek blankets so that if you want to crochet blankets for the Boggy Creek camp, send to them, then you can do that. And again, you can either crochet or knit the blankets for Boggy Creek. I guess that's it for now. Y'all have a great week and happy crochet to all of you. Have a good one. Bye.